Hello, this is Jake Light, gaming lawyer to service. We're once again back from our stream today. Hope everyone's having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you're sleeping, so hope you're for good rest. And yes, we're back with another Malta Edgeworth investigation session episode. Okay, I'm sorry, my throat's a bit weird and all that. I don't know why, but I should be fine to. If I'm not, this won't go up, but probably I'll have to because I don't have time. Anyways, oh my god, let me take a sip of water first. Maybe that'll help. As long as I'm not losing my voice, I should be fine. Yes. Anyhow, without further ado, let's just jump right in, see what the next case is about. The captive turnabout. A big green bell. We're in some sort of a jail, prison. Someone's gonna die in here. Blood. Someone's dead. It's the guy. The knight. He's dead. Who killed him? I really don't think it's the what do you call dog. Or killed it. Okay. March 27th, 10:16 a.m. Detention center. Oh, is it this room? Dot. Still no sign of them, huh? Yo. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. The killing of Bastion Brook. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. I guess, yeah, Bastion Brook is, you know, fortress, castle, everything related to that. Bronco is horse, I guess, name of a horse. Bronco Knight, who has been charged with the murder. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I am to be the prosecutor behind the bench. What's taking so long? You there? What's going on? I don't know, sir. We've got a situation. It's the night. He's been killed. Whoa. Killed? In the detention center. Come on, Miss Edgeworth. What are you waiting for? Right. God, take us to the scene of the crime at once. Yes, sir. So it didn't happen in the holding cells. Surely that was where he was being held. What's the hold up? The crime scene's this way. What? What are you doing? Damn, how do I do a Gumshoe's voice again? Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to... prison proper, yes. Okay. I mean, those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly. No, those are the detention center's holding cells. That's where defendants are kept while they are awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Yeah, it's where people who are convicted serve out their time. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I've unlocked it, sir. Please follow me. I feel like my voice is a little less powerful. Come on. Man, that's Knight, alright. But he's dead. How could this have happened? How did he wind up inside prison proper? "10:32 a.m. Workshop, okay. This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself. There can be no doubting the evidence of our own eyes. What's he doing here? I thought he was being held in a detention center, no? He was. He must have been. His trial hasn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, some suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Well, he's not in a prison cell. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wanted his way over. The detention center and the prison are separated not only by two heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. We have a map. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Let's look at the whip. Oh. Why is there a whip inside prison? Time to inspect every oh man. Yeah, my voice. I hope I don't lose my voice, man. Suspicious looking nook and cranny. Indeed. This area is too big to take in all at once. It's way more huskier than usual. I think I can tell. Fortunately, I can use up, down, right, left to look further up or down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Yes, this definitely catch my attention. Looks like a pulley of some kind. Maybe the prisoners use it for work? I suppose so, yes. Okay, so I know you're going to say no, but absolutely not, Kay. You're not permitted to swing on that rope. Ah, I knew it. Ah, I should have known you were being serious. Okay. Let's look down. Look at the rope. There was a rope near Knight's body too. Speaking of which, wanna see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll need you to know when I'm in need of saving. Tisk. She seems genuinely disappointed. Okay. These tops are rather colorful. Colorful tops that seem out of place in a room like this. I wonder what they are used for. Not the whip. They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers. Maybe she left it here? Francesca? Not a chance. She and a whip are attached at the wrist. Trust me. I see. You're having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage. Technically, Kay, a prison isn't made out of cages, but cells. What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Ashworth, but you gotta look at the basic nature of things more. Yes, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. Okay. Am I missing something? Doesn't feel like I'm missing anything. So I'll assume I've investigated everything here. What about here? This part of the floor is covered with dirt. You know what that means, sir? Footprints. Too many footprints, unfortunately. We'll need a specialist to identify them. Guess we gotta just wait till forensics gets you. Yes, in the meantime, you could refrain from treading all over it. Want to sleep on the get full jacket dirty, huh? Good point, Mr. Edgeworth. Thanks. My concern was for the footprints, not your jacket, Detective. Also, I stood there. Seems like there's no problem if I do it. It's a sink. It doesn't seem to contain any useful clues. Nope, no way for treasure either. You do know we're not actually looking for treasure, right? Are they just ropes for? Also, well, what's with all the weird equipment? I'm not sure, but I don't see anything particularly suspicious here. Smells weird though. Kind of musky, like wet fur. I didn't know you had such a keen nose. Oh, it's nothing special really. It's like when it comes to sniffing out treasure. Remind me to seal all my valuables away in airtight containers. No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I never steal any of your stuff. But you would happily steal someone else's. I'm not sure that's entirely reassuring. Oh, guess not. It's the same. Time to examine the body, you know. Bronco Knight. Killed the day before his court date. Better take a closer look. Look at this. Huh? Huh? Is that? Oh, I see one of these in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure you have, Detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I'd imagine. Makes sense. He loved chess after all. Yeah, it would be a good way to pass the time. Santa's story time appears to have belonged to the... Do I not look at it? You can open it, right? Yeah. Come on, hurry up and open the clasp. This is a murder investigation. You sound like a child on Christmas morning. Oh please, even your heart must skip a beat when you're about to open a mysterious box. Not all of us think like you, Kay. Thankfully. There's nothing wrong. I don't think so. These are chess pieces, right? I've seen the ones you have in your office. So how come these are black and white? Those chess pieces are. The ones in my office are custom made. Isn't that unique and probably valuable? I like the sound of that. She's got that gleam in her eye. She better not be planning a robbery. Ah, oh shit. So, nothing particular of the inside. Yeah. Until we figure out something else, I guess. We're currently in the prison and we're in, I don't know, workshop A or workshop B. Now look at this hand. His neck brace is soaked with the blood from a hole in his neck. I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't even have had a chance to cry out for help. There's a small cut on his skull too. Is he struck with something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat? It's possible, but it's too early to say with any certainty. Kay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body? Sure thing, all yours, Gummy. Thanks. Alright, here we go. These clothes show our best though, huh? Indeed. They appear to be covered in dirt. Killed instantly by a stab wound to the throat. The body is covered in dirt. There's also a small cut on his scalp from when he suffered a blow to the head. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, Detective. Yeah. A rubber glove. Yep, just the one though. I should examine it in more detail. There's dirt, and also probably blood behind it. There's mud all over it. Are the prisoners for making mud pies? Wish I could join them. I love making mud pies. Not anywhere near my crime scene, you're not. Okay. The blood though. Fingers are covered in blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped sometime after night's blood had been spilled. We can? How come? Because had it been on the floor when a pool of blood was forming, the blood would have flowed around it, not underneath it. So meaning that we only a band of blood around the edges of the fingers, not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pooled around the body, maybe our murderer ditched it after they did the deed. It's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. But that's it. You there? Yes, sir. Have you seen that glove before? Yes, sir. The prisoners wear them for work. It's strange, though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them without permission, and we always check. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Only one glove was found at the crime scene. Reason issued to be equipped for working inmates, stained with blood and mud. Rope, I guess, and a tarp. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp. There's a rope on top of it. Was Knight tied up with a rope somehow? Maybe. We should take a look under the sheet as well. Hey, look at all that red stuff. Yes, I'd say that's blood. You should keep looking around. There's no bound to be more secrets to uncover, I'm sure of it. The hand. There's something on his finger. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Ashworth. It's a ring, an expensive looking one at that. Don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything. Huh. Nothing about the ring, eh? I guess there's nothing else. Can I connect anything together? Bloody top? All tops. It must be connected, right? These tops have a pretty distinctive design, in fact. It's the same design as the bloody top around Mr. Knight's body. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Ashworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great thief around. I thought you were on sabbatical. Some of this were being stored in workshop A. Not a bad bit of evidence gathering. Nothing can stop us when we're on hunt together, right, Gummy? You betcha. We're unstoppable. A regular Three Musketeers. Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. Oh, what do you mean, sir? What's missing from this crime scene? The murder weapon. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Come on, Detective. These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir. Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either. In fact, that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove even potentially lethal are strictly controlled within a prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. What was the murder weapon? Where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Hi, now this guy had no entourage. Oh. Is this where? Excuse me, but this is the scene of the crime, right? You're. Wait a second, are you? No way. Those piercing eyes, that full brow. Mr. Fender, it has been far too long. I know, right? But even after all this time, I know that deep bow anywhere, that neckwear ofs. What sort of speech is he doing? Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Edgeworth? Wow, guess that explains the fresh face. Can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. Got a spitting image of the old devils in his day. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Man, good question. Who's counting, eh? In a way, traveling so long I lost track. You know how it is. You know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you anyway? This is Eddie Fender. He's a... Okay. He's a defense attorney. Yes, totally. His name is not literally a defender. Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name. Defending's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Kids, okay. We got it. We got it. I think we can end the playthrough now. Detective Dick Gumshoe. And I'm Kay Faraday, Great Thief. I'm on sabbatical at the moment, though. A great thief? Wow, that's so romantic. Trash chic, if you will. Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise, actually. I even made signing up super simple. Sounds awesome. I'd love to come up hanging with you guys if you'll have me. Sorry, I should also mention that it's girls only. And they have to be super fun and super cool. And hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings here. Come on, bring it in. You've got to be kidding. My bad, my bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know? Okay. It's weird, man. Why are you here, Mr. Fender? Whoops. Almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is the strategy number one of Von Karma playbook. After all, isn't it? Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives? Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is unfortunately understandable. It is. I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney. Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be anyway. So, he was planning to represent Knight if his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I better see what he has to say for himself. Alright. Your current case. So, the victim asks you to represent him. Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today. As was I. The guard showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. I'm as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Heh, oh yeah, well, it's here now. Want some? The device I picked up on my travels. So Moorish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here anyhow? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Knight's side. Von Karma was always more of a convict. A convicted defendant at all costs guy. He didn't teach you that. That was a long time ago. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? No, thank you. Why you want to give me your weenies, man? Have you met with your client previously? Yes, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxster called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah. Mentioned your little performance too. According to him, you really made a nuisance of yourself. And not a kind word was spoken, I'm sure. Well, sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you. Trash talk you something fierce, eh? Can't say I didn't join the fun, though. Fun? How dare you, Mr. Offender? Lighten up, kid. I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. I don't think I ever had that much of a gas. Oh, so you come here a lot? Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitor room is usually where I'm at. This isn't exactly my first time in the clink either. In which case, I better ask him what he knows about this room. Also, how old is this dude? He's 36 years old! Oh no, I'm almost gonna be his age soon. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room? No, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. A recreation room. Is it a recreation room? Whoa, I don't even want to know how you spend your spare time, Edgeworth. I guess there's plenty here you could play with if you use your imagination. Probs. The other options weren't really that better. Now, let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop. So, all the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. The cons come here to perform various duties. You can learn new skills too, bag some qualifications for when you're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? John Edgeworth, I don't have all the answers. My man over there probably does though, right, compadre? Yes, sir. The workshops are unlocked with physical keys. The doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through a workshop, the sensor checks their bracelet, and if they are not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and alarm sounds. If they let it ring for too long, then buzz. Get a real shock, if you know what I mean. If they try to break or remove the bracelet, this is a shock 3 times worse than that. What? That's brutal. I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. You disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get all that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I'd know if they had. So, no prisoners have entered, let alone used, this workshop today. But where's the bracelet though? Which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. I'll take another quick look over the crime scene, employ my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. Okay, the body. I think that's not supposed to be here. I don't know what you mean by that. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. I'll take another quick look of the crime scene. It's my power deduction. I mean, he's not supposed to be here. It is sure they taken back to prison bracelet by erasing the alarm. This thing is not supposed to be here, right? Could this be related to evidence somehow? I don't think so. The glove that's not supposed to be here. Working inmate stained with blood and mud. Because it's not supposed to be here, right? Or something? I don't know. I don't think I can... What's the bracelet though? Yes, because it's blood. A rope and a bloody she no one else will find. No until we take care. Blah, 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 blah. It's this thing, right? This prison issue rubber glove. Seems strange that it should be in here. In fact, it's something of a contradiction. It is? Think about what we learned, okay? But about the prison's security system. It's apparent to me now that there is no way this glove should be here. I just need to present the piece of evidence that proves my deduction to show why. So, I guess he wore this glove so that it doesn't detect the bracelet or something? Yeah, I guess so. Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. Door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. Yet here we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. That's it. You, apart from the prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison, after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender? Come on, don't play us like a dad, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones who can come in here. Oh, do you mean? But sir, they're... Mr. Fender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What? You don't have a pair of peepers in that hard hands of yours? You didn't see them on the way in, wandering about in the corridors, chilling with their buds. I bet if you mosey on out of that door right now, you better trip over one of them before taking a step. Listen, pal, We've had just about enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a white fella, you have a very narrow mind. Or did you... Hold it! Detective! Oh, sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? Okay. Also, what's with that? Stones in there. There's no ordinary... Well, okay. Oh, okay. What are animals? This is no ordinary slammer. Here, the humans share their space with some special friends. Animals? Yep, furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. God filled me in how it came about. It seems they decided to try a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. Cons are assigned a critic itch, a body to help keep their spirits up. Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. You got it. Room set up specially for that training stuff. So, when you say somebody else could be at a crime scene, Exactamundo, big guy. I was talking about these guys. It just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm saying is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. It's the actual, sir. If you want me to arrest this piece of baloney, just say the word. Let me get this straight. Are you saying these animals can wander freely around prison? You know those sensors on the doors? You detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound an alarm when somebody goes about walkabout. Well, for our furry friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open doors right up. They are? Uh-huh. They are implanted just on skin round the shoulders. Quick needle, quick jab, and voila! What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Okay, that seems to indicate they feel the pain. They feel the needle. Alright, so the point is, they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution, where the humans are caged, animals are free to roam to their heart's content. That's very weird. They're not completely free though. They can't leave the prison proper for one thing. No sense on that big mother of a door out, you see. Bling bling. What's that tinkling sound? Sir? It's a dog! The dog has its own portrait. Just look at that thing. Is that a bell around its neck? Explains the sound, I suppose. Okay. Oh no! Statuette, were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose the dog. Okay. That's exactly not what you're not supposed to do when you see a dog. Not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Give it to a pro. I know how to treat him right. Come on now, come to Gummy. Oh no. At least the dog ignores him. Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was suddenly very different to the other animals. It seemed to have a real thing against me, and only me. Alrighty then, you've met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed. We need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. Let's start with that guy. Hey, you there in the cell. Oh, okay. Oh, ignore again. Hello. We were wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is there anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Heh, not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a hug to break the ice? Seconds out. I don't know. Well, we'll see. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's a hugging type. I'm cool with that. Oh, what the hell? It's like a boxing there. Row 1, 10 reps each. What is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Caserato? Oh. Rocco's... I don't know what's a Rocco, but yeah, incarcerate, like Caserato. Don't mind if I keep moving, do ya, boss? Fighter can't let his heart rate drop, see? It doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that. Gotta make weight before a fight, boss. Won't even make it into the ring if you don't. Oh, so you're... Wait, okay, you gotta be a boxer, right? But back in the day, it's good to stay fighting fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. Also, he's like... He has chain balls attached to him. He's pretty strong. Also, what's with the tiny polar bear? It's cute though. So, is the bear part of your training too? It's kind of like an apron. It's so cute. Ain't nothing cute about Teddy. Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. Also, I'm doing a little southern accent again. He seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie. I don't know nothing nohow. I'll be the judge of that. Please, answer the question. You punch drunk or something, boss? I told you, I don't know zip. Ugh. So he won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know. Shall we, Mr. Caserato? Chess game. Mind chess. Now, let us analyze the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert. My guess is that things won't go well if I push too hard at such moments. My opponent is on the offensive. I should remain calm and bide my time. It's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about that incident. I'll start by asking about his movements. Bring this fight to an end before he knows what hit him. My chance, companions. Tell me about your day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You will answer me, Mr. Caserato. What? Want a shot at the champ? Is that it? Put him up, pal. Not my time. throw in the towel already? That's gotta be a racket. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you on in a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like that all the time? You think I don't get it, stamina kid? Just you try me. Buy my time again. I ain't tired. Not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some real quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. Time to eat. I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Casarato, but I'm afraid your lying needs quite a bit of work. Tired, really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you just told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Ugh. Oof. Gotta be careful here, Teddy. This guy lands, he lands. Oh. I can just disconnect that. He's hiding something, I'm sure of it. I should try asking him what was happening at the time of the incident, both in and outside his cell. I need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. What were you doing? Do you remember what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. Incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Oh, like my time. Fighter's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle. Is that so? I apologize for waking you. I've read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regime. Yeah, don't say. Mr. Prosecutor savvy when it comes to the fight game, huh? Who knew? How do you know my profession? Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor. Which means you weren't asleep, and that you are lying. Again. Ugh. You're good, kid. Caught me clean with that one. Alright, I made it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved. Was a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know he was awake is an important development. Could well prove to be a useful clue. Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean strange? 1 hour already? Have you noticed yet? You're back into the corner here. No. Get loaded this guy, Teddy. He's got a champ on the back foot. Guess I better knock some sense into him. Curse this. I should have picked my words more wisely. Stands to the top boxing stance when he's running for a fight. I should provide my time in such moves and name just right blah 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 blah. Yeah, same thing. Don't play dumb. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around that time. Wish I could help you, boss. I was asleep. Both was. Time to apply my clue. You were exercising. Enough of my bare-faced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Oof. Counter puncher. Should have seen that one coming. Seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Casarato. It's time to come clean about you what you know. Alright. You don't gotta shout about it. Stomping around like you own the place. Eddie and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already, you say? You've done well to endure this long. but I fear you'll soon be out of 4 to count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Caserato? Ooh! Quit, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yell, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got little Sky scared too. Yeah, love it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do that same thing in the ring. Checkmate. I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? I guess Rocker might be a reference to the no, it can't be The Rock. I don't know. Maybe it's from Rocky? Oh yeah, Rocky. That movie. Fine, I'll talk. You did it, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, okay? Our work here has only just begun. Hey, can we call a time out here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like fate brought us here today after all these years, Edgeworth. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know I'll be telling you know who what you've become. Who know who? Keen to get to the lowdown, huh? Well, that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Whoa, don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, my boss man. I think he should know at least. You know how you've been living your life since you signed to doing things the Von Karma way. After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need you concern you, okay? Our focus should be on Mr. Caserato. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. Heh, you won't land a glove on me, kid. Oh, finally, a testimony. That was the show. Finished right around 10 AM. Came back here after. Did me some training. These ways I tried to. But it got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the? Ah!" Guy was hollering, howling, crying for help. What can I do? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tunes it out and I gets back to work. He's doing some sort of accent. He has some sort of accent. I just can't catch it. Perhaps it's like some sort of a Cockney, maybe some American accent that I can't really grasp. So I find it curious that you would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the joint. Nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't no their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck from in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training, Mr. Caserato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's a guy, the Fixer, they call him. What's a Fixer? Fellow who can get his hands on just about anything you need, for a price. No way, think you can... Wait, what do you say? Think you can find me a... Perhaps, Mr. Caserato, what you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony, because I can promise you, You'll be down for the count in 1. You put me down? Try it, you bum. What? Why am I chopped liver? Butchering that poor bear all sweaty. What show are you talking about? What kind of show was it exactly? Depends on the day. They bring him in from outside, see? Singers, dancers, all kinds. Gives us cons a little something to look forward to. Nice, nice. That sounds like fun. You went along to see today's show. Sure did. Can't miss a chance to get a glimpse of the outside world now, can I? It was over. Did you some training? Least ways try to welcome to some training. What the Tell us more about the scream you heard. It was the scream of a guy about to scream his last, and I should know. Whoa, whoa there, good buddy. There's a time and a place, you know. So it was clearly audible. Guy back into a corner, fighting for his life. Ever hear something like that, boss? I have, and yeah, it was clearly audible. And that's all you heard. There was nothing else. Nope, nothing much anyhow. So there was something. What else did the victim say? You have to tell me. I do, why don't you come over here and I'll see if I can make a squeal like he did. Whoa, 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 whoa. Forgive the kid here, he doesn't know when to quit. Come on, Miles, apologize to the good man. This is clearly important, and yet he insists on remaining infuriatingly fake. Look, friend, how about you let this slide, please, for me? So yeah, I heard the voice, like I said. Do I have anything to suggest this is not just the early voice or something? Oh man. I stretch a bit too much. Oof, oof. I don't think I... Let me just press this. What did this training involve? Let's see now. Today was stamina and rhythm work, which means rope jump rope. What? In that tiny cell? How? What about Teddy? Isn't that dangerous for him? Kid's no dummy. Second I get my rope out, he jumps up and holds on tight. You jump rope with a polar bear clinging to your chest. I told ya, didn't I? We're partners. Besides, a little extra weight's good for me. Anyway, I start jumping rope. Okay, rope jumping. But wait a minute. You're talking about rope though. What bro? This rope? Press. I still don't really know what I'm trying to use as evidence to do the thing. You were able to concentrate on training, even after hearing all that screaming. Look, if it was on the south side, maybe things would have been different. Maybe I'd seen what I could do. This ain't the outside. I can't go no place even if I want to. You didn't think to sleep out from your cell to go sneak a peek? I don't think anybody else would have thought of doing that except you, Kay. If only this was a prison, Miss Knights might have been live. I somehow doubt it. Frankly speaking, there was no saving him. What? If somebody could have just gotten to him in time. Mr. Caserato is clearly lying. What I don't understand is why. See what I can uncover by pointing out a contradiction in his testimony. I think it's about him not being able to go outside. Yeah. Right. But then I don't... Okay, yeah, it should be. This one then. Nope, apparently not. Of course, your best shot, kid, but grandmother's best shot back to you. We'll do some hot shot, but like this time, the next one will be right on money and everything, blah 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 blah. I feel like it's the right X. Something, man. It's hollering and howling, crying for help. Got stabbed. What about the door sensors? Objection! Apparently not. Oh wait, it is. Take a look at this, if you will, Mr. Caserato. Looks like Spacey's chasing a fly, Mr. Ashworth. I don't think he heard of what you say. Ah, okay. It's a different... Guess better hit him with something that will really get his attention. Wow, this is my first time not knowing at all what I'm supposed to do. Only one goal is to shoot the crime scene, looking at... Discomfort on top of Knight's body does mean the victim was tied up. If he's instantly died, why would there be crying and howling? Maybe, I don't know. At the top, some of this will start in workshop A. Won't be able to shout, right? Or something like that. Okay, that... I don't know, that kind of seems like maybe he could have been shouting in blah 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 before he got stabbed. I don't know. Are you listening carefully, Mr. Caserato? Huh? You trying to be cute, son? The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. Ugh. Say you heard the victim's cries, and yet that would have been impossible. Aye, but there must have been a scream. He said there was. He said there was? Ah, quit looking so smug, will you? I'll admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? The guy in the next cell, he told me so. The next cell? You mean... Hey, that parrot. It's that parrot. Or the parrot got imprisoned. What do you want? I heard scream, what of it? We came back from shore, they put us in our cell same as always. And just like I told this guy, I heard it. A scream, a real scary one. Scary how exactly? Didn't tell him this part, I guess, but it was kind of like... Yeek! Someone, anyone, come quickly, here's... Something like that. Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed. It sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. Ah, that explains it. So Mr. Casserole was telling the truth, more or less. Is that really the case, though? Are there really no problems now with his testimony? I think there is. I'm afraid a new problem has reared its head, namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Caserato? Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything about your neighborhood as clearly as day? Eek. Okay. What do you think I did? The crime or something, huh? I'm inside of this here cell. Gotta die over in a workshop in case you forgot. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it. He's right. None of us could have done it. But let me tell you, if I could get on this case and murder somebody, we all be toast. Eek. Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. I won't be doing that again anytime soon. Hey, I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Andrew. It's my next move here. I won't get much more out of them in this state. Who's there? Who's there? Oh, more important antagonists. Order in the court. Or is she a judge? Would I make you the boss of me, huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Hush now. Silence is golden. It is... Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be. A simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. Okay, she's some sort of a priest judge. God, if you would. Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there. There's no need to be afraid, my child. If anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn. No! Okay. Oh, goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. A holy one, we give thanks in your name. Yes, okay, so apparently there's a religion that is a goddess of... You're worshipping a goddess of justice. And you are... Verity Gavel. Okay. Well, what's the verity mean, though? At your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to look at the pleasure of the law. I don't think a judge is supposed to deal with anything in the prison, though. No, that's the warden's job. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I have been sent here to find you. I come bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, and it is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? What the heck is that? It is first and foremost a name that should not be taken in vain, my child, for it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. Okay. Oh, sure. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume. I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in and chillax. We're all friends here. Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association? Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay? So, your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight onto you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. What does the committee of prosecutory, whatever you say, what with Mr. Ashworth? We're in the middle of an investigation here. Objection! Oh no. Objection! How do I do his voice? That is so. You lay down now, do you? What an ignoramus. Who are you, pal? Winner. Eustace Winner. Okay. Okay. Justice? Justice Winner? I don't know. Prosecutor extraordinaire. Though you might know me just as the Winner, a name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. I've never heard of you. And how about Detective Flatfoot over there? Oh, nope. Name means nothing to me. Huh. Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say. So I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you. Ignorance is bliss, Winner. I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us last month. So he's nothing but a rookie. I'm not just any rookie. I'm a winning rookie. Which he will prove himself to be in due time. Now, let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I fear I know exactly what he means. The committee's sending an envoy, with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavel? Very well. By the power vested in me by the goddess of justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. Where's that? Did that hammer mashed into the gavel? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case, just like that. Judge Gavel, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken, and her judgment is final. What exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principles of extraterritoriality. While there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. You were one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. Okay. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement. I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned. But there is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate. Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means. The rules can be freely ignored. That is a very dangerous way of thinking. Law is absolute. It's not to be bent to your whims. Forgive me. Not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When the trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal. To do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. Also, I don't think appeal works like that. It's like, oh, you complain, if you lose it, if you lose with your complaint, you lose your license. Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out. No, stop. What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now. You'll do as I say and move out of the way. Oh, you're not the boss of me. And luckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Wiener says. But sure. Judge Gaval. Val. I guess I'll say Gaval. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? The committee's decision's beyond irrational, so yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again, then. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Right. Oh, and remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all this. Who is she saying? Who is she talking about? Topper continued. That's interesting. Never been in a crime scene and just like halfway did nothing. Okay, this is an interesting development. Let me take a sip of water before we continue. So are we going to actually like fight against the prosecutorial committee or some bullshit? It's my office. Miles' office. Same thing. March 28th, 9:40 5 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Ooh, I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible. The way these two treated you. Those two treated you? Now, let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. The committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth will be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. How old is Judge Gaval? 26! Ah, bullshit, man. 17! The prosecutor is 17 years old? What the fuck? Judge Gaval and Mr. Winner certainly didn't mince their words. That's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did. And what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. After Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me? Yes, of course. So this is it? Giving up on the Bronco Knight case? No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case will be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Who am I gonna get a help from? Yes, what is it, detective? I've got some bad news, sir. Down at the precinct case, they just arrested somebody for night's murder. What? Do you know who it is? No, but I heard they're being held at the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is. Good idea. Let's get down there, Miss Edgeworth. Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way. Me too. I'll see you there, sir. Won't you be missed, detective? Yeah, everyone's busy at the prison going over the crime scene anyway. Good. Then we'll see you shortly. Yes, sir. Come on, Kay. Let's go. You got it. That was quick. Well, I guess it's the other day. The next day. Also, the visiting room has a wanted sign. Why is it there? Why do you need to post a wanted sign there? Still no sign of them, huh? Indeed. This is just like last time. Please don't tempt fate like that. No, just can't. Sure you can. Don't just bare fisters. Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us. I don't know who is this. No. Just talk with them, please. Well, the prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you right into your soul. Ah, you must be the suspect in that. See, I told you. What's it? What's it with everyone today, man? You're all weird. Okay, why is this man so flustered? Probably because you're being you. I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there? I just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right? Who are you? I'm Kay Faraday, Miss Ashford's trusty psychic. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though. Funny, I don't ever recall employing you. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. Oh, please. Really? Really? Eek. Anyway, can you first please tell us your name? It's Saint. Simeon Saint. What? I don't understand the pun though. Simon Saint? I'm a saint? I'm a saint? Simon Saint. Because you're like innocent or I'm a saint? I don't know. It's kind of a stretch. See, it's Saint. It's Simeon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, I would like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Oh, please, Simeon. We're trying to help you, I promise. Really? Yes, totally. Thanks, okay. It sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself. Me? But why would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Do you have a job? It's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else, honest. This is going to take a while. About you and Mr. Knight. And just when I thought we were making progress. Okay. So Simeon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. We were friends. Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested. And did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him. I came to see Knight. Wonder when that would have been. And when was that, Simeon? It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. You know, normal people just say 2 days ago. I don't know. I came as soon as I got the call from the cops. The police called him. Why? How come the police called you? They said Bronco asked them that he needed a favor. A favor? Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring him his chess set, the pocket-sized one. So I went by his place and then I came here. A chess set? A chess set? Is it just me or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Miss Edgeworth? Hee. Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a psychic as helpful as me? And have you read what my next move is going to be? I sure have. It's something you want me to show Simeon? Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it. The chess piece. The chess set. So this chess set. Oh, that's the one I brought Bonko. Well, that settles that, at least. We found it next to Mr. Knight. He always had to have a chess spot somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he... Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you? Yeah, you were best friends. At least, I thought we were. I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out he killed someone? It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. How could it all end like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight. Yes, he certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. And again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? Also, basically just doing a normal Ace Attorney at this point. I just don't get it. Why won't you talk to me? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Wow, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. This policeman, was there a prosecutor with them? Yes, some kid named the Wiener or something. Is his name also like a pun for wiener, you know, like sausage? the rookie, I thought as much. Or like a whiner, like a whines a lot. So, did they interrogate you yet? What? I'm going to be interrogated? But by the cops? Well, yeah. I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now. No! No! All the detectives shout at me and threaten me, and oh, always this hawking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to. Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Eek! See, I told you. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me with those huge arms. No, please. I'm calling the cops. Okay. Damn. What's up with this guy, Mr. Ashworth? Well, nothing, detective. You're just being you. I guess it's just how you are. Okay, that's the same way you say it there, answered. I don't get it, sir. Look, Mr. Ashworth, Simeon is clearly innocent. There's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Mr. Saint. Yes? You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. It had nothing at all to do with his murder. Is my understanding correct? Yes, I didn't kill anybody. Very well, and I'll choose to believe you, and I will do all that I can assist you. Huh? But why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say that I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right, it's payback time. We'll show those two who's investigation reigns supreme. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint, your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we? Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? It could represent our pal here. Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy. I mean, Miss Ashworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it. But I wasn't kidding. I just thought helping suspects is what a defense attorney does, you know. Sure, but we can do that too. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in this case, right? In the end. So come on, let's get to work. Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. Eek! But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I've decided to try. For now. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return. If nothing else, it might help you feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me. I know we rarely can trust people who don't open their eyes. So we talk a good game in there. We can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime. But maybe defending guy calls our best bet after all. Yummy, can't defend him for his life, remember? Well, who do we have here? I assume it's that guy. If it isn't Metro and the gang, what are you cats doing here? Listen, pal, if you come to arrest Mr. Ashworth again, I'll... Hey, easy there, Detective Flatfoot Sholmes. I'm here to work. Hey, Sholmes. They're like, when was this game created? They match up the other game, you know, Sherlock Sholmes. Anyhow, work? What were you up to? What, you're here to defend somebody? Well, the game Meister nails it in one. Aren't you just a uber intelligent? That's German and French? Uber, intelligente. It's not how you use either of those words, Fender. Some may say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half-bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old Jellaroonie for a meeting with a new client. The suspect is one Simon Sainsbury. You mean Simeon Saint? Wow, that's freaky. You know more about my job than I do. Wait, Mr. Ashworth, Mr. Fender's a defense attorney. I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Let's jump. Jump into the ship. I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to worm my way into the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate. Not an experience I ever want to repeat myself. But I fear I may have little choice. Yes. Why do you have to be vague like that? Just say you kind of help Edgeworth. I kind of help Phoenix Wright. Fender, before you say another word, I just gotta point out a fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Say it ain't so. I'll hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. You know, you kind of narrow-minded / discriminating, you know. I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you would want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. But please, believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell. You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth's a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor, but he's not like that anymore. I do have feelings, detective. He's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor. He's a hero. He got me off the hook just last month. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly. But he was. There's no other word for it. He was heroic. Great thiefly, even. It kind of looks like that detective from the previous case, though. Please, Fender, don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. Bow from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change his spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say, the courtroom itself. I've experienced so many things, and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends, who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Hehehe, well, I'll be. The old you would never have bared his soul like that. It was beautiful. You might even surprise you-know-who, and you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me. Edgeworth and co-law officers, Eddie Vedder, senior partner. Wait, what? Edgeworth? That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. Bom bom bom. What? Your dad was a defense attorney? So you know who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is... The clever K. Meister nails it one yet again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. As you all noticed, I kept his name over the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth. Miles. I'm going to level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. I can't just forget about all those years spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know. Anyone can say they've changed. I'm going to need you to prove it. Besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well, accept. Okay, that's enough hardball for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I hereby appoint you Interim Associate of Edgeworth & Co. Congrats, man. We'll try not to let you down. Well, doesn't this bring a tear to the eye? The prodigal son, coming on board his late father's firm. Permission to come aboard too, please, Mr. Fender. You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew. Woohoo, thanks, Captain. Alright, I guess it's time to go to work, so where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles? Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted? I guess they would say that probably wasn't a victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. We need to find the person who found the body. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. That's what I was thinking, eager associate. We do indeed. Heh, still time to smile and nod, I see. It'll certainly make my life easier, boss. Now that's decided. Let's get going. What about me? I'm a detective. I can't just hop on boys and turn his assistant like you guys. He has a point. I can't leave him adrift all on his own. Now can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner, and if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way. You can call me, sir. I'm a real pro when it comes to snitching. I mean, letting things slip to the defense. Oh, that's the same. It's the same thing. Trust me, I know. Just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. This is basically referring to many times Gumshoe has been like telling stuff to Phoenix Wright. Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. The pony, the parrot. So, any idea who tracked down whoever found Bronxter's body, Miles? I think our best bet would be to simply ask around. Who's this? Oh, don't you dare! Oh, don't you dare! Oh no, how do I do her voice? Who is this? Who is this? Excuse me, but... Oh my, just look at you. Are you talking to me? Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously. Facial hair so very au courant, don't you think? Enchanté, mademoiselle, and much obliged. Defense Attorney Eddie Fander at your service. Let's get things off on the right foot, shall we? A little embossed, perhaps. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I like the sound of that. The fox is alive. What? Oh no. Right on the kiss. Well, how else does one greet a new friend? A little smooch is entirely de rigueur, don't you think? Okay. I'll talk about stealing a kiss. Indeed, an act so shameless it puts even great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so very important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much. Hey, if everyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too, sure. If you love God, by the way, warden of this charming abode. Okay. Are you actually French? If you are, then I'll probably do a French accent. I don't know. You may call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth, also yes, obvious. But I wonder what's Fifi mean. I'm an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day after all. Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? Meeting? Oh, heavens no. I couldn't think of anything for us. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. It was simply a spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone had to be there. If you were at home, you were watching the show with me. The performance set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family, n'est-ce pas? So she was at the circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. Casarato mentioned the show yesterday as well. He must have been talking about the same thing. What time did this show take place? It's until maybe, yes, something like that. Meaning, it finished right around when the body was discovered. By dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but really mustache. Feel free to explore our home, Mikasa Sukasa, and all that. Ciao for now. Okay, so yeah, she's just like Fender here, using all kinds of words, foreign words. Oof. Not exactly French, but the names sounds French. Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? The person who found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate and see where his information will take us next. Well, I can't talk to the parrot. It's very relevant, okay? Pony. They even have ponies. This one's only big enough to carry a small child. Isn't that great, Miss Edgeworth? It's like being at a zoo. Except it's still humans, not the animals, who live in captivity here. No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they? If by home you mean behind bars, then no, I suppose not. Let's pull up about the guy in the cell. Let's see what it says. Prisoner number D259. Classification habitat. C cell to the right. Not exactly helpful, is it? This grizzly fellow has a pet polar bear called Teddy. He's a former boxer who loves to stay trim and is always at optimum fighting weight. When he pushes his body to the max, but he's relentlessly kind to himself. Omnivore. Okay. Who exactly is all this information for anyway? Only written here. It seems to be about a prisoner in the cell. Prisoner number D258. Classification Captivus Periculosus. What the hell? He may look fearsome, but this lively fellow is actually a sweet-natured herbivore. Even has a pet penguin named Winnie. Okay. Skilled at giving such real gripping testimony. I swear you were there at the crime scene too. The end. It's the kind of thing you might expect to read in a zoo, not a prison. About the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now? Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. She's at this hour. Okay, it's a cat. And it seems the workshop's our next port of call. Hey, cute little piggy. It's a mini pig, I believe. Though not for eating, I hope. Isn't this creamy statue? It's like you had a soup. Except it's okay, it's the same thing. The monkey. Look, Miss Ashworth, it's a monkey mountain. Not something I ever expected to see a prison, I must say. Doesn't it look like fun? Not in the least. While we are on the subject, you are not under any circumstances to climb on that structure. Do I make myself clear? I have to show that monkey response. Okay. Please, Kay, you really don't. Rabbit. Why is there a rabbit just nearly trip over it? Is there... Oh, okay, same thing. What about this? Do you have a moment? We have a few questions for you. Oh, who's a good girl? You're just perfect. She really is. She's beautiful. Meow. This finally loses me, I think. I was wondering, what's her name? It's Waggy, ma'am. She's my little friend. Yes, right. Yes, you were then. I need answers, not clawful puns. Okay. Hello, anybody in there? Nice trying, kiddo, but this ain't a bathroom stall. Yo, you there. Could you help us out here, my good man? Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Somebody using this workshop right now? Yes, sir. One of the prisoners in there. Just confirm myself for the new time rule call. I'd like to speak to this prisoner if that's alright. Sure, I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a sec. Oh, this one's all yours, mousy boy. What? Why? Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah? Huh, and I thought adults were all supposed to be strong and brave. Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even. Here they come. It's this guy! Wow! From the very, very first case. God damn. He's not dead yet. Hello, hello, yes, hello. I hear you wish to speak with me. Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor. A prosecutor, you say? A defender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal here, he gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor, indeed. That'll be the day. It's actually just an associate. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ah, he's right. I mustn't forget I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. Ah, that explains it. I do think you look a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday. So he's really already spoken to Winner. Would you mind answering a few questions? No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name's Sawit. Frank Sawit. Yes, you saw it. Oh, the witness is all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not? Mr. Sawit, you are no doubt aware that the murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found? Yes, I was in that workshop there, working as one might expect. What kind of work were you doing? Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a lifestylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, so I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can. An unusual field of study, befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything, but your name saw it. Interesting. I barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets. So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. I'm sorry. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sawit, for this interview has only just begun. I mean, even if you were to ask me, You know something, don't you? It's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell at all from his face. I don't think he'll be giving much in the way of physical cues either. I have to rely solely on his words instead. It's the only way I know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has to tell. What's your connection to this incident? Tell me, what's your connection? Which incident? The murder? Oh well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing. Really? I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Well, you see, how can I put this? I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will. A good person who's in prison? Forgive me, Mr. Sweet, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. That's... So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything, I swear. You seem angry, Mr. Sawit. Surely you've noticed, Mr. Sawit, that I knew exactly where I want you. Uh-oh. Really? It seems to me you're just wasting my time. I should have picked my words more wisely. Mr. Sawit may be good at hiding his emotions, but he has to blah 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 blah. And, let's do this. Buy my time. This game's kind of like really flawed. I can't really tell what's the right decision unless it's like super obvious. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mr. Sawit, but considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you have to look elsewhere. The person who found the body, you say? Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something you're not telling me after all? No, I just sense that's who you might be looking for, that's all. I'm simply a head stylist in training. I don't know anything, truly. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day of the incident. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. What were you doing? I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sweet, in detail. I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training, and that's what I was doing yesterday, training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident. I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but... Were they screaming? You heard someone. Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You could have said that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sawit, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. Ugh. Gah! No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. The fact that he has heard a scream at the point of the murder will prove to be a useful clue. Would do well to bear it in mind. Okay. How were things in the prison? What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. Now deploy my clue. You said you heard a scream. Don't remember, please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sawit. How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying. By my time, I guess. Look, if you must know, when I'm working with animals and I came to that zone, they'll see. Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming then? My Caesar technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared. Scared? When exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often. Well, that's, no, thankfully it doesn't. A scream was suddenly given them a fright. A loud scream will suddenly frighten the animals, wounded. Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Sawit? Tell me. I can assure you, I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I did really hear somebody scream, but I'm not hiding anything, I promise. The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now shattered it completely, asking about the scream itself in more detail. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sawit. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear the scream? When did you hear the scream? Oh wait, now I remember. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around time for this incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning. So, now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You do realize that goes completely against everything you've told me so far. And what are you going to do about it, huh? That is, my memory's patchy, as they say. By my time, I guess. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed. It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see? Let me think. A whale? And did you ride this well? Surely you've noticed, Mr. Sawit, that I have you exactly where I want you. No! I thought it would be the funny thing to say, though. You weren't actually at the show, were you? Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you? Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. It's clear Mr. Sawit's in that show. Seems like a vital clue. Who did you hear screaming? Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard, yes. So I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all. Time to deploy my clue. How long are you planning to keep us this lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. Gah! The game's up, Mr. Sweet. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream now. I can tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found a body. Wait, it wasn't the victim who screamed. How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then why do you think it came from the person who found the body, hmm? Gah! I made a mistake, that's all. How, Mr. Sweet? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed? Because you're the one who found the body. Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. The scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you. How did you... It's true, I admit it, but what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sweet, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation. Alright, you win. But I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. It's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end. Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it? What do you mean? We're not trying to expose the truth. We're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant. What the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know. The client has requested service of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your clients comes before everything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a backseat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sweet, I'm asking you once more, what happened when you found the body? Finding the corpse. So what's the name on the apron here? Thalasi something. I was in that workshop there by myself, practicing what I've learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there, a man not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found. Yes, that's right. I was in Workshop B. And you were there the whole day? Yes, from the 7 AM roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see? 7 AM noon and 9 PM. And you check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 AM. Which means that Knight's body was in the workshop yet at that point in time. 3 times, 7 AM, noon and 9 PM. The victim's body had not been found at the time of the 7 AM roll call. Yes, that means the murder took place after 7 AM. Which would read right around the time the show was happening. Ah yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it. And therefore, anybody who was at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawit? I guess so, but I only found a body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawit's testimony. Putting it out should be my first priority. Okay. Okay, so I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door of the other workshop. What do you mean by that? You're inside, but you're now outside? You found yourself there, really? That's right. And then I found myself peeking through the little window in the door. Why did you think to do that? Oops. Gosh, I don't know. I just found myself doing it, really. You clearly weren't concentrating on your work then. No, that's not true. I'm a model prisoner. It's just all the other prisoners had gone to watch the show. I guess I was, well, kind of lonely. Like being stuck at school after everybody else has gone home, huh? Yes, exactly like that. Anyway, I found myself in front of the other door of the other workshop and looking through the little window. Does that mean you didn't get a good look inside? No, I couldn't. The window was not only small, but it had bars over it, did you see? Not exactly a panoramic view. It's just so the guards can check what's going on, right? That's right, yes. You're a very knowledgeable young lady. You bet. I guess you could say I know a little something about prisons now, too. I have to remind myself to address this newfound interest later. Anyway, yes, I peeked in through the window in the workshop there. Then be more clear about that. Could you tell right away if it was a man or a woman? It was clearly a man. His physique, his clothes. It was very clear that he was dead. You could tell just by peeking through the little window. Look, let's just say this wasn't my first dead body. What? What? You mean you're in prison for my eternal shame? Yes. This was, however, the first time I had seen another person's handiwork up close, so... Yeah, he's killed another person. I don't know if he's ever gonna get out of prison. There's a contradiction here, but I don't know. Like, you say you're outside the door, but then you're inside as well or something.
Hold it!
That's a contradiction I can obviously see, right? What exactly were you practicing? How to be a pet stylist, of course. I'm a prisoner, model prisoner after all. So he keeps saying. I'm gonna press everything, I don't know, just in case. Do you recall how exactly you screamed? Any words you might have used? No, I only remember that I screamed. Folks don't tend to remember much when they're busy crying out in terror, Miles. Exactly, so yes, I screamed, that's all I remember. He himself, he presents himself as an innocent bystander, but it could be further from truth. Given what he is, things couldn't have happened as he claims. The contradiction to me is clear as day. Okay. Yeah, this is the contradiction. Yeah. He can go out and go in or anywhere he likes. Enough of this pathetic lies, Mr. Sawit. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. What am I? I know precisely what I am. I'm a newspaper salesman who's trained to be a pet stylist. But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner. and therefore unable to move around as you please. So we both know stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm. Well, there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Yeah. Ooh-wee, stylishly done, Yajiru. Don't ever call me that. Doesn't this mean that Mr. Sawi couldn't have found body then? Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sawi himself can explain. So, actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like. By all means, go ahead. Wrong. There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you know, see? As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and the workshop next door. Since I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. How? He was able to look at the next door because he had kept his arm inside the workshop as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about the trick, especially not the guards, please. Is this it? This is all he was hiding? I better dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case. Okay.
Hold it.
I'm good. I feel like I can just present evidence, but let's see. Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? Oops. Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door, and the room's supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises. Yes, of course, I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. There is a problem. You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard some noises. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. Got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Sawi, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it will do you little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it, that's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Just tell us what you saw. Alright, it was that dog. What I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog had sunk its terrible teeth into the victim's throat. Oh, what did you just say? It was hellish, utterly hellish. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. Suddenly I don't feel so good. Jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing. It was dreadful, horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream. So, there's a man-eating dog in the prisoner's animal population, is there? So he claims to have seen this dog biting the victim's throat. He doesn't seem to like me very much. Okay. And that really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you? For now. This one seems too far-fetched a lie, even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind. Very well. And there's a problem, there's a contradiction here now, because the man seems to be stabbed, not eaten, right? Oh no, not the right one. Wait, so what's the dealio? Marcelino? What the hell? Don't give me nicknames, man. comforted by a child like offender. Clamp down. I've seen the dog by the view. It doesn't seem to like me very much. I moved to start that the sesame was tied up. I don't know, man. Press again? If that's not the answer. You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat? Yes, there was blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it, and... Whoa, spare us the gory details, will you? What about the victim? Was he... Eek! Don't say it. Do you need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, okay. What's that punch for? I'm on his side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. So much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of a finger. Just lifeless. Enough already. Why do you have to go into every little detail like that? To give you a nice and accurate testimony. That is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've said to my testimony, Edgeworth? Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Oh, I have to press more again. But, is there something contradicting this? Instantly, yeah, I mean, again, this one? No, okay. No. Contradicts your testimony, does it? I don't think it does. Bow. What's the matter, Edgeworth? Doesn't like you. I was just shouting him out. Oh, don't give me that. You can't say you were wrong, you know. I wasn't wrong. I was mistaken. Yes, lifeless. Oh, wait. I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the eye. It's featured snowflake motif in... What? When did they give me this new statement though? A snowflake motif and relief. You seem to have a very clear memory of this ring, Mr. Sawit. Well, I used to go door to door selling newspaper secretions, you see. I had taken people in at a glance, their appearance, their mood, that sort of thing. Figuring out who exactly you're dealing with is the first step in any sale. Except in this case, you were figuring out a corpse. What can I say? Force of habit. Well, that served me very well in my sales career, if I do say so myself. And so you seem to have remembered things to an uncanny level of detail. I suppose, nevertheless it's true. I remember the ring, the relief, all of it. Is what he's saying even possible though? Perhaps you've taken a look at the condition of the victim's body so you found it. I know what I saw Mr. Friend don't realize. So Might was beaten in the throat by the dog that leaves here in the prison. Not the most possible explanation, I would say. Well, and it's some things they shouldn't take after. They're supposed to help inform their owners. I mean, what's the point of having an animal therapy program? They asked me so a little more about this dog. I have to press more.
Hold it!
Please recount in detail what you saw for me again. Of course, it was just awful. The blood over the beasts. Please stop. I don't want to hear anymore. It's horrible. Like that. And then it started to drip down onto the... Whoa, my bad. I was to hear the gory stuff. And that's pretty much how it all happened. The Speaking of you, I bet he heard a word what he said thanks to those two. Please tell us a little more about the victim, Mr. Sweet. I guess I'll press this more. You paint a very vivid picture. I had a front row seat, I suppose. I could almost feel the agony of the poor man's final moments. I don't think I'll be getting any sleep tonight, Mr. Edgeworth. You won't? Well, that's unfortunate. It's all your fault for pressing him for more gory details. I'll be having nightmares tonight myself. It's still so fresh in my memory. I guess it's the other one that might have a problem. Because of the tarp, right? Ah. The tarp was covering his arm, so I have to it's stupid, man. This is stupid. Why can't I use the tarp? Oh well. A ring with a snowflake relief. Yes, I saw it clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail. Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate. And what's wrong with being too accurate? I mean this. You testify to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger. See, exactly as I said. There's no way he could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. Take a look at this photograph. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. As that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window and door. Yet you seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Sweet. Who the heck you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot, acting like you know it all. I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. I know, the man's arm. It must move under the top I peeked in. Nonsense. You already told us it can't have been the case. That can't have been the case. He wasn't moving at all. He was just like there, meaning he was already dead. You said it yourself, that the victim was already dead, and dead men don't move, do they? Wait, is that the stench of woody desperation I smell? What are you hiding, Mr. Sweet? Tell us. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. It threw his hair. You couldn't let it go, could you? Had to keep poking and prodding. You slimy two-bit associate attorney! Seems the real Mr. Sweet has finally revealed himself. Whoa, that's quite a rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Look, I'm just a sweet, innocent witness here. But are you really? Because I must say, I have doubts. Very serious doubts. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, now I can read it. Thylacinus? You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So, how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Sweet, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. In here.
Take that!
You were in the same room as the body. It's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. Ha! Ha ha ha! Well, say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove I was in a room with the body anyway. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over, minding my own business and looking after animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves for fun? But I will shut up. I want to see evidence that proves I was in a room with the body. This one?
Take that!
The rubber glove. Remind me, Mr. Sawit, what were you doing when you discovered the body? How many times did I was practicing my pet styling techniques. Of course. And perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you. That's... This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron. No, this one's different.
Hold it!
Yes, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it? It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
Not yet, perhaps. But if I were to ask the police to check these gloves for prints, I have a feeling the results will be rather fascinating. Okay, I don't think you could get prints. It's over.
Objection!
What the? That was pretty rare. Objection, right? Please, Fender. Now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. Something that still doesn't make sense. Our man here is a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on. It's true. So how could he have left his workshop in the first place? This place would trigger the alarm he tried. Right. We don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. He should be clinging on to that bracelet like the big round lifesaver it is. In what way? As in, it's the best hope our wig flinging friend he has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with the bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder why that might be, Sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday too. Whoa, sound like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender. Worst of times are when lawyers calmly show up bigger smiles. Gregory taught me that. It's part of the attorney's code he lived by. What sort of attorney code is that? So friend, what's the dealio? Why so quiet about your bracelet? Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken. Broken. I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the senses off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient. I see. So your bracelet is broken. But do they really break that easily? If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. You there. We have a moment. Aren't you just a curious? Meow. How can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? That's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. It wasn't working at the time of the incident. It could not be detected by the sensors. So he's just like moving around. Well, sir, I trust you'll take good care of it. Yes, I am totally authorized to keep it. Sweet bracelet sorted. Now to turn our murderer in here. What? No, I didn't kill anybody. Whoa there, Paleo. You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? No, I just found a body, that's all, I promise. I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the base had left. Why did you go in? Well, oh, fine. I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? Okay. He's going to rob the corpse. In the prison. That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I never stoop so low as to steal from a... Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming. And dropped the glove in your haste, huh? I see. I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Saw is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Oh yeah, that's one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sawit's testimony. That dog's involvement can only mean one thing, Mr. Sawit. Yes? What is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no, there was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he'd wanted to? Yes, how did you? I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into the Black Dog yesterday. This confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... Where is this person's cell? You're going to see... him? Who are we talking about here? Him. He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like loyalty. But you didn't hear that from me. All I say is, if you value your life, you stay well away from him. What? You please stop trying to scare us all the time? Big cheese, huh? Well, I for one definitely value my life, so that sucks. Keep him at a maximum security. Which is over there. Maximum security is just right next door, apparently. Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. Right. Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to the people's lives, better than anyone in fact. And that's all I'm prepared to say on this subject. In fact, I may already say too much. Well, Milesy, anything you care to share? We're going to leave Kay and I in the dark here too. Oh, excuse me. Mystery Man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too. Oh no, oh no. Am I hiccuping? That's not good if I start hiccuping. Let me drink. Let me hydrate first. Oh, okay. Okay. I should be fine. No, false alarm. Go talk to whoever he is. March 28th. 41 PM. Prison maximum security. This is maximum security? Okay. Wow, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing. But didn't you say that the Yatagarasu takes flight, even in the dead of night or something? Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. One lone soars to shine the light of righteousness on a world's blight. That what it's me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Whoa, you're one powerful performer. Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven. Eek! Whoa. Okay, they both ran. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice, I knew it. It's been far too long. You remember me? I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away. Miss Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog? Is there someone else in there? I still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I've been forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. A moment, I will turn on the lights. I don't know who this is. Okay. Someone new. You are a very footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I'm Bodied Armor Carnies. Okay. Sure. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. His prison number is boss. Carnies was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance always announced by the sound of bells, the last sound his victims would ever hear. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Also, I guess the candles are fake, since they just say like it turns on the light and everything. It has also a chess piece. Chess set. Oh. Scared me. Suspicion of murder. Also, what's his face head? It's like it's about to crack. Our faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with his mouth around the victim's throat. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. Why is a trained dog killing dog being used as a therapy dog? What's the deal with this goddamn prison/police department? A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade. This witness of yours, is he trustworthy, I assume? So it is anything but trustworthy. And it's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. No, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did. Helmut, yes. Figures that he already knew who our witness is. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Carnies? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I have developed a passion for wood carving. You see, an obsession even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby. Can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. Understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. And nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. Also, there's a very interesting chess piece. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane. Wow, that must have taken forever. Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these. That's a freaking Cerberus. I didn't know you play chess. You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary, I only began after my arrival here, I am afraid. What's this piece? A dog with 3 heads? Ah yes, the dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I have always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison though. No, I have my correspondence. Correspondence chess then, sharing moves by post. Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Carnis. His name is Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul. You keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps it was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he wouldn't have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. Attempted assassination? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, you and Mr. Knight? Yes. We proved that he murdered his team leader and that there was no attempt to on the Mr. President's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme? Whoa there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxster didn't actually have a pop at the press? Decided to defend him on a charge of attempted murder. You mean you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight? Would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. Of course, they took you off the case to try and keep you away. Swapping that wiener kid, literally, wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge. In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. So they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this Knight, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for certainty that he would have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. Ugh. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmut, yes, it is, yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edwards. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Lang! You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmut understands, don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truths revealed in court and your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I am not Peter. You're not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, a distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Not those two again. Prosecutor Wing and Judge Gavel. They went over my cell with a fine-toothed comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it they searched every cell in the prison, and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Alright. Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now? So its testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Kanis on our own. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you out. Good boy, Helmut. Go on now. Okay. Yes. He's not showing us out permanently, right? Well, let's get out of here. Come on. Until next time, Mr. Kanis. It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edwards. Now, to gather evidence, I need to bolster my case. Hey, Mr. Edward, I told you not to climb up there. That's the best hiding spot you could find. It's alright, Kay. You can calm down now. Where's Fender? He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast. Fender. Okay. So what do we do now? You and I will continue the investigation. I know just where to start. By solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops. He was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells. Mr. Knight's room, right? But what about Mr. Fender? I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready. Sure, but he is kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well. 1:34 p.m. Detention Center. Corridor. The victim cell is just over there. Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Walk, 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 walk. I've just behind it. Who's that? Oh. Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry.
You're still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct?
No, I've tried so many times, I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send a blank report.
I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack.
A killer for hire? Oh. Wait, do we have a profile on her? Well, we do. 37 years old. I couldn't help overhearing Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about Bodhidharma Canis? My, you were listening? How very gosh of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know. Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself? Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once. Your office? How sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. Sure. You're pretty sus, Lagarde. You're pretty sus. It's down this corridor here, darling. But FYI, I don't let just anybody wander in willy-nilly. Let's see. That would put it right around here. Warden's office. Hee. It's a wonderful room. If I do say so myself, all my guests rave about it. And who want a view of my fabulous garden in the yard? Ooh la la. The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see? Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible. Why not? Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. That's a rather steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me, chattering away like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Allie's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying. Allie or Ally? The sweet little dear in all the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. Alright. I wanted to ask her more about Canis, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate this victim's cell, shall we? 1:43 p.m. Detention Center. Holding cell. So this is Knight's cell. When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth? Would have had to have been the evening of the 25th, just after the events at Lake. And then at some point, he would wound up in the prison proper. But how? There must be some evidence here that would point us in the right direction. Alright, let's get looking, Miss Edgeworth. look at this. Why do I have a sketch of a camera? Reflected in the mirror is... Oh, it's a mirror. Security camera. A security camera. A great thief's greatest enemy. Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest. I think that might be entirely deliberate, okay? Guard. I'd like you to retrieve the footage from this security camera and view it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir. Okay. Table. I must... Okay. This one. Hey, look at this weird piece of paper. Some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. What next? Rook? No. Pawn to... Is Canis and him playing chess? The grid appears to be a chess diagram. The victims, I suppose. What's a chess diagram? A visual representation of a game of chess. See how the locations of all the pieces are marked. It seems to be a closely fought contest. Perhaps if this pawn were... No, wait. Not now, Miss Edgeworth. There's no time to be playing games. Yes, I suppose you're right. This isn't the first time I've seen this configuration of pieces. It's from a different perspective. It was definitely the same game. I have to be wise to taking a look at the evidence in my possession. Somehow... This one. This chess game. I've seen it before. Enough of the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus! I'm investigating. This particular bit of chess chat. Chess chat could prove to be vital, man. This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital now. Take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is? It's a chess set we saw in Mr. Canis' cell. But I don't really know the rules of chess, so... The rules of the chess are not important here. What is important are the positions of the pieces. Compare the ones in Mr. Canis' cell with this. Do you notice anything? Ah! I don't know which piece is which or anything, but you turn the diagram like this, there are pieces in the same squares. Indeed. There's no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions of the pieces are identical. And what does that tell us? Oh, I have my correspondence. As unlikely as it may seem. I seem? Oh no, typo. Mr. Canis' chess opponent was Mr. Knight. This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Canis had a connection to the victim. Down to my organizer. What's this do? What's the man you're doing here, Miss Ashworth? It seems that those held at detention center are able to choose what they like to eat each day. Wow, so nice. If they can afford it, that is. Money makes the world go round, I guess. But doesn't that make life super easy for rich detainees? Well, okay. Bear in mind that the people held in the cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them, in fact. So I think it's fine that people with money don't have as hard a time of it as everybody else? Ugh. How did I wind up defending the practices of the detention system? Also, that seems to... Yeah, this seems like a really bad thing. Very unethical. Some was poor, so they just starved to death. A second chance at life. Interviews with a former prisoner. Making money while serving time. You'll laugh tomorrow. An anthology. Hey Jiva, good morning to you. It's pretty late for me, but yeah. Welcome, welcome. Understanding animal emotions, life as a pet stylist, 200 days to freedom, an escape story. What? That's 3 volumes. Wow, that's a lot of books. Let's take a look. You Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology. Understanding animal emotions, life as a pet stylist. Maybe there was more to Mr. Knight than met the eye? No, another typo. What's with all the typo here? That meets the eye, I think, right? Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's actually correct because he died. So, but yeah. Sadly, I don't think these were his. They were likely specially selected and placed here for the detainees, yeah. I guess I kind of can assume that Frank saw it, read these books, I guess, with the hope that they would want to be better themselves during their time here. Second Chance at Life, interviews with a former prisoner. These books appear to have been written by current model prisoners and former inmates. Oh, I like the look of this one. 200 Days to Freedom, an escape story. This one too, making money while serving time. This facility may have more deeply rooted problems than I thought. Yes, they have big problems. Oh, what's this? The bowl is nice and spotless. And there are no signs that the toilet paper has been used. Everything seems to be in order with this toilet here. What? Are you serious? Why? What's wrong? There's no door. It's not even a curtain. Whoever designed this place should have thought a little more about the people who have to live here. I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout. So there's nothing here. A standard barred window. No signs of it having been tampered with. I don't think there's any chance of our killer escaped through here. Aha! Must remember to bring something to saw through iron bars with. As they say, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Glad I got a chance to scope this place out. Okay, we're investigating a crime scene, not preparing you for your eventual escape. Alright. What's with this newspaper? Hey look, this newspaper's got a chunk of it missing. Right. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. But why? Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean his cell, but didn't have a cleaning cloth? Certainly not implausible theory, I suppose so. But who would try to clean their cell? There's also something on the floor. This must be Knight's suit jacket. So I've been doing some research of my own. Oh, and what have you discovered? I discovered that guys who look good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies. But don't worry, guys with frilly neck ruffles are next on my research list. Please stop. Okay, this is not important, but this one is important. There's something different about this spot here. This part of the floor is weirdly clean. Somebody wipe it down or something? Why would somebody only do the part right next to the bed though? Bed? This bed doesn't seem to look very comfortable. That pillow cover is very clean, spotless in fact. Yet this is the kind of bed Gummy sleeps in. I can just picture it, can't you? No, I sense it's more of a mattress on the floor type. Okay, damn. Damn, we gotta roast Gummy. Is there a purpose why the table that is chained to a ball? Guess I've investigated everything. Is there anything else I can do? Oh, okay. Chunk. This part of the floor has been wiped clean. Maybe he spilled some grape juice? Who knows? But we can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn out pages of that newspaper. Why wouldn't we just ask the guy for a cloth or something though? Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up. That's it. Complete the investigation. Nice. I think we've about exhausted this cell. We've made significant progress establishing a connection between Mr. Carnes and the victim.
This is bad, sir.
Is that the guard?
The security camera footage, sir. I watched it and...
What is it? Can you show it to us?
Yes, sir. I have a small playback monitor with me.
And what are you waiting for? Let's see it. It's 3D. God was being beaten. What's that? That black thing. It's that dog, right? Until now, our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper. But it seems that assumption may have been wrong. It has actually been tagged in this location. In the holding cell, right?
Take that!
Right here in the detention center. The perpetrator was indeed Mr. Carnes' dog. This is just the evidence we need. Was it really the victim though? Because it looks like... I can't review it. If this is where Knight was actually murdered, one of the pieces of evidence we found here in his cell takes on a whole new meaning. If Knight's cell was the crime scene, which piece of evidence takes on new significance? This one... This one.
Take that!
The floor on Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably to remove something. Could that something have been his blood? If that was the case, I probably should do something forensic. At least a forensic investigation. Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor? Name it, sir. There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have his cell tested for traces of blood and to report the results to Edgeworth.
You got it, sir.
Now can we go after that Carnes guy, right, Miss Edgeworth? No, not yet. We still don't know how Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper. Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. What's the play, coach? Where are we off to now? I suspect one of the guards might know something. Should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. There's a lot of investigating in this just one single part, man. Okay, time to get us... It's back! Lee Long Lao, I don't know. Lang. I don't remember. Long Lao, Lao Long. Anyhow. Thanks for the tour. Later. Well, well, Mr. Prosecutor and his little friend. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day. Shi Long Lang, oh yeah. This is Agent Shi Long Lang of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. I thought he had gone home to Zhengfa after that, but here he is. He had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang? You could say that. Nothing that need your concern you, though. Hehe, first a black hound, now wolf all in black. Hey, wait, why are you all alone today? That's true. It's usually accompanied by an army of police officers. I hear you were at it again a couple days back, sticking your nose into things. A couple of days back. Ah, he means the incident with the president of Zhengfa. Actually, I had thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail. Ha! Our president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his own country's police force. Maybe now he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs. Agent Lang doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right, which is why he's so meticulous about investigating with his hand-picked cream of the crop officers. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently had you and your man been in charge. My man, huh? Yeah, those guys aren't around anymore. What? Thank you for the follow, Rep Ipsa Lawyer. Welcome, welcome. It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now. Ha 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 ha. What are you saying, Agent Lang? What on earth happened? I told you, it doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor. Okay. It will concern me in the future, I guess. Wow, he seemed not okay. Yes. I'd very much like to know why. There's nothing we can do about it right now. We'll worry about Agent Lang later. We have an investigation to conduct. Alright, let's start by talking to these guards. Okay. Your life, your choice. Oh man, I'm in so much trouble. What's the matter? You seem perturbed. Well, you see, one of my uniforms is missing. I could have sworn it was right here in my locker. Did it grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere? Where in the world did that idea spring from? Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you. Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay, stolen from a guard's locker in detention center. Okay, yeah. So that could be what happened in the tape. I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently?
That thing? No way. If I had, I'd. Well, let's just say I'd be a lot more nervous about starting haircutting.
So, do you and this dog have some kind of history or something? Now, okay. You should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Kindness's dog hasn't been spotted on the side of those heavy security doors. Hey, are those my faithful assistants I see before me? Fender, where exactly have you been? Where have I been? I've been looking for you two, been searching high and low. Wandering lonely. I think that's a typo. I don't think that's an actual word. Wandering lonely. Through the prison halls. It was pretty terrible, I tell you. The prison's over there on the other side of the facility, boss. So, listen. I just got a lowdown on some seriously dynamite material. You wanna hear it, right? Seamless. Chatting with a few of the guards and they told me something très intéressant. Turns out the Bronxter had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you could catch my drift. An incident? Simeon told you he came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they wrapped up, when Bronco was being escorted back to his cell. With just one guard, he was handcuffed, Orbs. He made back and the guard was taking off his... The Bronxter clobbered him, knocked the poor guy out cold. Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak, because when the other guards show up, they couldn't find the comrade's keys. Were there any rumblings about Knight attempting an escape? But the beat that fries the old noggin. Never none. He just sat in his cell and turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right to the end that he never stole the keys. He turned his cell inside out too. No dice. The guard who was struck, what did he have to say? Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital. Damn. What is? He's still there? Wow, he's permanently brain damaged. So there's nobody around to tell us what really happened. Including the one tonight's cell were stolen. They have yet to be recovered. What the? It's you losers. Ah, that's all we need. Why are you still hanging around here like a bad smell? Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Miles here is working with me now as an associate. Nonsense! You're all just here to cause trouble and turn my investigation into a fart. Eustace means farce, of course, a simple slip of a tongue. Seemed like a reasonably apt choice of words to me. Judge Gaval, great to see you again. I know who you are. You're Simeon Saint's attorney. Guilty as charged. Not have broken the ice. How about a friendly... or not. I'm totally cool either way. Now, did I hear you correctly? That Mr. Ashworth has joined the defense team? Yep, and me too. We're officially employees of Ashworth & Co. But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would draw your sword on the goddess to work for personal gain? It's not a problem if I'm not getting paid though, correct? Exactly what he said. Miles is here as a volunteer. We're all about the pro bono stuff over at Ashworth & Co. How wonderful. So you all work without reward. The goddess would surely approve. Yeah, I'm a regular philanthropist. Judge Gaval, I was hoping to ask about the grounds for Simeon Saint's arrest. That information is on... Is that a challenge I hear? No, I was just asking Judge Gaval. I'm always ready for a little verbal combat to show you what it takes to be a real winner. How is it a verbal combat if you won't let me speak? Still, this could prove useful. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now, if you begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested. There will be no need for that, Eustace. Ha ha ha! Not now, Gaval. Watch and wonder. As I put this pathetic prosecutor in his place, he's going to run rings around me. I think you meant to say that you would be the one running rings around me. And I will, so badly that your ears will be ringing. Prepare to be humbled, Ashworth. I want to punch him. Not because I gave him a silly voice. You want to know why I arrested that man? It's simple. Simple. I found evidence. Evidence of him all over that thing. How's that for some willingly conclusive proof? And who saw the truth first? Why, me, of course. Winner by name, winner by nature. Oh my god. Where do I even begin? Look at you, utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery. I'll take your silence as yet another win. Honestly, does he ever shut up? You say that you were the one who arrested Mr. Saint, but do you even have the authority to do so, Mr. Wiener? Well, obviously, it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told them to do it, so I think I can claim the credit, don't you? Of course, that's what he meant. This is clearly going to take a while. A real shame, really. given that I'm much more interested in what Judge Gavel is silently thinking over there. Evidence of
Hold it!
Evidence of him was all over that thing. Could you be a little more specific, Mr. Wiener? Do I really have to spell it out for you, Mesrith? I'd hope even you could put 2 and 2 together. Stop messing around. The onus is on you to provide a comprehensible testimony. Calm now, Eustace. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth and his friends would be very interested to learn how you cracked the case. They certainly look keen to hear about it. Fine, if you insist, I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves, because this is going to blow your tiny little minds. I bet you didn't even know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chess set with him. And that chess set was covered in the fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simeon Saint. Praise be to be the goddess of justice for the insight she offers. And congratulations once again, Eustace. You would not object to Eustace amending his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? No, by all means, please do. Okay, so what does this prove? But you weren't the one who actually found his prints, were you? Of course not. I'm a prosecutor. I leave the dirty work to forensics. Fingerprints are certainly a problem, but then that chess set was. Just taking a look at the evidence. Aha. Let me look at the evidence, I guess. Is there something I can choose to look at again? These are chess pieces. I've seen the ones you have in your office. I can just, okay. Same thing. There's nothing I can tell for. Right. I already checked this one. Or is there an evidence other that talks about a chess piece? I don't think so. Chess board with the pieces stored inside. It belonged to Knight and was brought to him as rest by. Yeah, it was there because he brought it, right?
Objection!
Yeah. I don't know what's the thing though. Like, do I really need to point this out? So the fingerprints on chess set are the ace up your sleeve. The what on my what? Oh, yes, the chess up the chess set up the ace's sleeve. That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand as usual. Only your winning hand is a busted flush. Well, you see, it was Simeon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. Yeah? It took a while to sink in. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything. Mr. Saint's arrest was premature. Premature? The incident took place here within the walls of this facility. And being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Saint. Oh! Ugh, now what? Hehehe, I think you might be the premature one here, Edgeworth. And to think you were the one accusing me of being hasty. You only just work out what that word means. Sure, I identified Mr. Saint as a suspect faster than pretty much anybody else. And I won the race when it came to picking out the crucial evidence too. I'm quick on the draw, you see. But hasty? Not at all. You're right that Mr. Saint isn't guard or prisoner here, but he was. Eustace. Judge Cavell. But out, Cavell. I have him right where I want him. Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may, while the particulars of the suspect are indeed fascinating, don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor?
Something more impressive?
If you would mind, Mr. Edgeworth, Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it.
Yes, of course. That well remembered, Gavel. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed.
Will this ingenious deduction explain why Mrs. Saint was arrested?
Let's just say you won't be disappointed.
Judge Cavell deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. What exactly is she up to? Whereabouts of the murder weapon?
Fact 1. The murder weapon was some sort of metal blade. Fact 2. Potentially deadly blades are strictly controlled within the prison walls, as we both know. From these two facts, I concluded that the weapon in question must have come from outside. It must have been hidden inside a chess set. That's what I think anyway. And since the only prints we found the chess set belonged to the victim and the suspect, I'd say it's blindingly obvious. Who brought the weapon in and used it, wouldn't you?
Nothing else, his testimony this time is a little more comprehensible than last.
Another winning deduction brought to you by one winner Eustace, prosecutor extraordinaire.
More like one winner, useless prosecutor extraordinaire, if you ask me.
How could anyone even hide a weapon inside a chess set? Yeah, good question. Why don't you take a look for yourselves?
Inside a chessboard? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Damn, okay. There's nothing in here but chess pieces.
Yeah, ugh, that laugh is really something.
He seems pretty convinced the weapon was hidden in here somewhere. Better take a closer look. A closer look. Are you talking about the hinges or something, man? It's a fake compartment. Oh, I see. What? Stiff lining at the top opens like a flap door.
Wow, there's plenty of room in there.
Indeed, more than enough to hide something like a small knife.
Genius, no? The killer snuck the weapon in by...
Ha.
Huh? What do you mean, huh? Let me finish, will you?
I fear you've not been listening, Mr. Wiener, or perhaps you've simply forgotten. The detention center is outfitted with a security gate.
Huh? I mean, yeah, and...
The security gate also acts as a metal detector, Eustace. We must pass through another one on the way into the prison itself, remember?
Yes, that's right. Of course I remember.
You definitely didn't. Would have been impossible to smuggle a metal blade through such a gate and into the facility, which would have seemed to blow a rather large hole in your reasoning, Mr. Wiener. That gate is only used to scan people. Any items we bring into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check. Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector? It should have been. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little lax in the regard of late. Well, that we can agree on.
Very good. Wait, it's useless. Very good. Thank you, Gaval. It was my pleasure. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination? It's like she's holding a trial. Well, no matter. See how well this ingenious deduction of Mr. Wiener's holds up, shall we? Reputo. Okay. Okay, I think those two statements are fine. Come from outside. You sure? Must have been hidden inside the chest set, that's what I think anyway.
Hold it.
Yeah, how certain can you be that it's hidden inside the chest set? But no murder weapon was found at the crime scene. There's nothing inside the chessboard either. I'm curious, Mr. Wiener, do you also have thoughts about where this weapon might be? It's, well, the perpetrator must have hidden it somewhere in the prison. Is there a problem with his claim? There is a problem. They hid it somewhere inside the prison. It seems unlikely. In fact, I can prove that's not the case. What evidence suggests the part of weapons is hiding somewhere in the prison? Ah, shit. I might be not able to do anything about this yet. Oh yeah. I mean this one? Rena, Gavel, and the warden searched the prison for a murder weapon that didn't find anything.
Take that.
I'm starting to worry about your memory, Mr. Wiener. Didn't you and a good judge search the prison with Warden Lagarde? And didn't you fail to find a likely murder weapon? Oh, ouch! Well, yes, but I guess we just missed it. That's all. Wow, way to undermine yourself. You're saying your search wasn't entirely thorough. You, the so-called winning rookie. Stop making fun of me! Oh my god, this is so pathetic, man. Eustace? Calm yourself. Breathe deeply. Do not allow your opponent to get under your skin. You're right. I'm a winner. Why should I let a third-rate loser like Edgeworthless here get under my skin? Edgeworthless. Actually, I haven't thought about that. I'll thank you to leave my name out of this. Well, I'm K. Faraday, and I'm A-OK. Not you too, please. Look, it's simple. Since my first-rate investigation didn't turn up any weapon, it means there wasn't one to find, which leaves only one possibility. The murderer took the weapon with him when he left the prison. That's why we couldn't find it when we looked, obviously. But what you are proposing is impossible. This proves why the culprit couldn't possibly have taken a weapon out of the prison with them. Dumbass.
Take that.
More memory trouble, Mr. Wiener. Now I'm forgetting things you yourself said. Are you making fun of me again? Oh, so you remember what I said. Perhaps you might have been better served by remembering this. What's that? Wait, does he seriously not remember? It would certainly seem that way. There's a security gate at each of the entrances to the detention center and the prison proper. Coming from the prison, anyone leaving the facility would have had to have passed through both of them. Two gates, both fitted with metal detectors. Oh wait, now I remember. Looks like he got his memory back. So, as you can see, there's no way anyone could have taken a weapon out through both gates, and therefore there's no way the murder weapon could have left the building. Yeah! In which case, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you would care to tell us where you think the murder weapon might be. It is still here on premises. That's the only plausible conclusion to be drawn. We searched the prison from top to bottom and couldn't find anything. Because you were never going to find anything to begin with. Not when you were laboring under the misconception that's a blade you were looking for. Yeah, you know the truth about what happened to Mr. Knight. We've seen it with our very own eyes. That is quite a claim. I assume you have the evidence to support it. What is the weapon that was used to commit the crime? Take a look at this, Judge Cavell. The weapon used in this case will become clear.
Take that!
This is footage taken from a security camera trained on Knight's holding cell. Now watch it for yourselves and see. What? That's... But how? This footage captures the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. More than sufficient proof of how he really died, wouldn't you say? Yes, it is certainly significant. So now we know that Knight was in fact killed in his cell by a vicious dog. The dog that moved the victim's body to the prison workshop post-mortem. We know this thanks to an eyewitness who saw the dog in the workshops when the body was discovered. Of course, I think we can all agree that there is no way the dog could have planned such a crime itself. Indeed, I feel it may be his handiwork after all. That's quite enough of that, Mr. Edgeworth. Judge Cavell, you are correct that this footage is an important piece of evidence, but it also raises an important question. A question I suspect you have also been asking yourself. She's right. There's one major problem with my version of the events. The black dog. The one that belongs to one of the inmates. How did it move between the holding cells and the prison proper at will? Oh? How do we answer that one, Mr. Edgeworth? The truth is, I don't know yet. Of course not. Can it, Wonderboy? You didn't even notice there was a problem. Okay. Until the defense provides an adequate explanation, the court cannot accept your line of logic. That is all. This court is adjourned. But wait, there's still so much more to explore. Court is no longer in session, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would be so kind as to leave the courtroom. Court was never in session in the first place. But Delulu. Once again, this court is... Are you a robot? We may not have all the answers yet, but you haven't explained anything either regarding Mr. Saint. What do you mean? Just that we don't yet know how the dog made into one of the detention centers holding cells. We can't know how Mr. Saint could have made it inside the detention center, let alone the prison either. He would have been allowed as far as a visitor's room to see his friend, but no further. So it's hard for me to conceive how he could have committed a crime in a place he had no access to. Judge Cavell, I believe it's your turn to provide some proof. Proof that Simeon Saint was able to enter the prison. Haha. You wish for the court to provide you with proof? Highly irregular, but very well. What? You actually have something. Now seems like as a good time as any. I suppose you have been kind enough to share your own theories on the case. What's she building up to here? Mr. Edgeworth, I suspect you don't know what Mr. Saint does for a living, so allow me to fill you in. He is a circus performer. What? Yes, Perhaps you heard the Barry Big Circus. The... It's that one. Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important what way, exactly? Big meeting of some kind, perhaps. Meeting of heavens, no. I couldn't think of anything worse. Yesterday the circus came to visit. Yes, yes. You see it now, I assume. As I'm sure you are aware, a show was held yesterday for the prisoners' entertainment. A show featuring animals and performers, performed by members of the Very Big Circus. So, does that mean Mrs. Saint? Yes, Mr. Saint was allowed inside the prison as part of that show. A fact that has been confirmed beyond reasonable doubt. No! She held onto that fact until the last possible moment. She let me run with my own theory. Only afterwards did she use it to reveal the truth. Wait. Forgive me, your suspect, if I may. What particles of the suspect indeed is fascinating. We have something a little more to share with the prosecutor. That must be why she steered him into a different topic back then, too. I got you good, didn't I, you third-rate prosecutor? This has nothing to do with you. Gentlemen, this court is well and truly adjourned. If I may offer a word of advice, Miss Edgeworth, your conduct as a prosecutor is already in question. You do well to remember that you were removed from this case for that precise reason. What are you trying to say? The committee reserves the right to confiscate your badge at any time. Should you wish to retain it, you do well to avoid crossing paths with us again. Is that the threat? The goddess of justice is compassionate, Mr. Edgeworth, but she is not endlessly forgiving. Oh, and one last thing. You are no defense attorney. Abandon this foolish pretense. Thank you for your concern, but I do not abandon anything. When I start, I finish. Well, do try to remember that the two jobs are not one and the same, and that a defense attorney is expected to develop something of a bond with their client. Next time, finding out your client's real occupation might be a good place to start. Now, I really must be going. May the goddess of justice watch over you all. So Simeon lied to us. Not just you two. Guy took me for a ride too. What's his deal? Whoa. You're not having second thoughts about all this, are you, mousy boy? Sure, Judge Cavallo's a tough cookie. That doesn't mean you can just give up the ghost. The defense never rests. As a wise man once said. That goes for associates too. Don't worry, Fender. I've no intention of resting. Nevertheless, our assumption that Mr. Saint couldn't have entered the prison has been proven false, which means we'll need to restart our investigation from square one, I'm afraid. Bobby continue. Wow. That was long. I think this is a good time. It's a big, huge cliffhanger, but oh man, it's a good cliffhanger to end it here. I wonder, what's the deal? What's the deal with Simeon Saint? Is it like his name is just like could actually be interpreted as seemingly saint? Like he's not actually a saint? Anyhow, anyone that's watching the VOD, thank you so much for watching. We enjoyed the session. We'll be back in the next one. Find out the truth, maybe, of the matter. And until next time, take care, everyone. Stay hopeful. Be critical. Bye bye.